All right, Algebra 1. Welcome back, guys. We are about halfway through Chapter 3 now. So we are in Section 5 of Chapter 3. We are going to be talking about ratios and proportions. All right, let's get everybody onto page 155. All right, remember, textbooks always open with you, and notes, composition, 3-ring, whatever you guys got, have that there with you too. All right, copy this down. Here we go. So we are jumping into section 5, and here's a little basic rundown. What is a ratio? All right, a ratio, it uses division, and it's a comparison between two numbers. And these are the 3 different ways that a ratio could be written. All right, so you could theoretically have 1 over 2. Simple, that's a fraction. You've seen that. Or you could have 1 colon 2. That's the comparison. Or you literally could have the written word 1, 2, 2. All right. Now make sure the number that's on top is always the number that's written first. Okay. Just in case you were to mix that up, that is important to know. All right. So notice the placement of those numbers. All right. Next little thing here, just a regular fraction. You always reduce your fractions. Same thing for a ratio. You always want to reduce your ratio into the lowest terms possible. Okay. All right. Next here, if you're given a written sentence, all right, in other words, like actual typed out words, and they want you to write a proportion. A proportion essentially is when you're comparing 2 fractions to one another and they are equal to each other. All right, so a fraction equaling another fraction, that's a proportion. All right, and then pay close attention to some of the examples. I'm going to walk you through how to solve proportions, and I'm going to give you a heads up right now that in section 6, you're still solving proportions. So that's good news, actually, because if you understand it here and it seems real easy to you, excellent. Section 6 is going to be very easy as well. All right, so how do you solve a proportion? Don't forget this right here, because it's coming back in the next section. Cross multiplication. All right, so again, a fraction equals another fraction. You cross multiply, and then you're going to simplify, reduce, and ultimately that's going to get you your solution. All right, so let's jump into our example problems here. We have the first one. What if you were given 14 to 18? Is this reduced? Simple answer, well, no, it's not reduced, because if I were to write 14 over 18, clearly that fraction is not reduced. All right, so if I were to drop both of these by 2, I would then get down to 7 over 9. That looks a lot more reduced to me. 7's a prime number, so I can't go any further than that. So there we go, 7 over 9. All right. Now the next one coming up here, we are solving a proportion. Now, how do we solve a proportion? What does it say? Cross multiplication, right here. Cross multiplication, and this is how you cross multiply. Simple enough. We go from here, multiply there, and from here, multiply there. So what is 1 times x? It's a great first problem to have, because 1 times x is just x. And what is 4 times 16? Let's see, we're going to have 4 times 6. And then we're going to bring that over. That's going to be 64. All right. So 1 times x gives you x. 4 times 16 gave us the 64. That's it. All right. There's nothing else here to reduce. So that one is done. All right. Let's take another look here. What if we're solving x over 9 equals 10 over 18? Jump right into it. Cross multiply. X times 18 is 18x. 9 times 10 gives you 90. All right. Now, we need to isolate the variable. How do you isolate the variable? In this case, we will divide both sides by 18, eliminating the 18, isolating the x variable. And we have 90 over 18. That's not reduced. Let's drop it down. All right. What if we were to take a, let's see, what about a 3? That seems good, right? What if we were to take a 3 out of that? That's going to drop us down to 30 over 6. Didn't go far enough. We can keep reducing this, can't we? We could take a 6 out of each. This is going to work perfectly here. So if we were to drop that down, this is going to work perfect to be 5. So a simple x equals 5. That's what we are working right there. All right. So let's keep moving. Let's see what we have. A couple more example problems to go. All right. What if they throw a variable with a coefficient? Don't let that confuse you. Same thing. Cross multiply. All right. Cross multiply. So here we go. We are going to cross multiply and get 3x times 12. What you will have to do is do 12 times 3, giving you 36x. Don't forget that variable. And then 4 times 36, giving you 144. All right. Now the final piece here, how do you isolate x? Isolate the variable, divide both sides by 36. That crosses out, that crosses out. That isolates that variable right there. And 144 divided by 36, I believe that's going to work out perfectly. That's going to be 4. All right. Remember, if any of this is too fast or it doesn't click, go back and re-watch little parts. Just re-watching me work out a problem 2 or 3 times with one problem might be enough to easily help you get over the hill and figure this out. All right. We have 2 little mini examples here. Write the sentence as a proportion. You don't have to solve it. You just have to write the proportion. All right. So this is going to work out pretty simple here. Go in order. X is to 4. Start there. X is to 4. So X goes first, it's on top. 4 goes second, it's on the bottom. As 8 is to 16. That's it. That's all we're looking for here. Just write the proportion from the given sentence. They don't ask you to solve it. You don't have to solve it. All right. Next one. 4 is to 12. 4 goes first, is to 12. As, there's our little equals, y is to 3. Simple enough. 4 goes first, goes on top. 12 second goes on the bottom. The word as right there, that's kind of designating, hey, this is the comparison point. Put equals. Then comes a brand new statement. Y goes on top, 3 goes on bottom. That's all I got for you today, guys. All right. That's section 5, ratios and proportions. See you in the next one.